Okay, so when you're insecure, you kind of like want to keep everything to yourself. What does this mean? For example, when I was a bit younger, um, and people would compliment me on like the way I looked, the way my body looked, my face, my clothes, or whatever, and they would ask me what I would do to have this certain type of body, or how I would do my makeup, what perfume I would use, where I buy my clothes. I would answer them, but I didn't like to answer them because I didn't want it to reveal my secrets, or like the things that make me look good. It mostly was like about my looks, right? And then at a certain point, when I started to work on myself, like I started to journal, to meditate, all of that stuff everybody's talking about, I started and I took it really seriously. And at some point I realized that I never actually loved myself. Like I always tried to look good for people around me, just to get like this, all of these compliments and stuff like that. And so at some point I realized that, and then I shifted from wanting to be good, look good, have a certain mindset for other people, and instead I shifted it to looking good for myself, or working out for myself so I can feel good. So, or even if it's to look good, but then I want to look good for myself, to feel confident, to feel good in my own body, right? Because it's mine, and so I want to feel good in it. And then I also started to do my makeup for myself. At a certain point I didn't do any makeup anymore because I just felt good the way I looked, right? And then I realized that when you don't really love yourself, you're not really confident on yourself, you can be so toxic because you're afraid that people take away from you things that you have. Like as if they could take away your beauty. And I think that that's honestly a really sad thing, because when you realize that you're full, like the things that you do them for yourself, because you just have this deep, genuine love for yourself, you realize that nobody can take anything from you. If something changes, like your body or your mind, it's because you changed something. Nobody can change your body, right? Nobody can change your image or your looks, your mindset, nothing. If something changes, that's because you chose so, right? And so as soon as I realized that, I started to give so much more. Like I love to give. I love to give advice to people. I love to give them my tips and tricks on how to feel good, how to have a good mindset, how to live a happy life. I love to, I don't know, if somebody asks me, yesterday in school, for example, this girl came up to me and she was like, where do you buy your pants? They always look so good on you. And it first of all made me so happy because she kind of like had the courage, I'd say, to come up to me and to ask me this, because we are not really friends or something. And that made me very happy because it means that she likes my pants, right? And I don't know, it's not that I need her compliments to feel good, but I like women giving other women compliments, right? And so I was giving her advice, and I was like, yeah, do this, get a size bigger than your usual size, stuff like that. And I felt so good afterwards because I just gave from a genuine place of love. And when you start to give, you attract so much more. The things that you give and that you put out are the things that you will attract back. And that's not just about energy or the things that you say, because things that you're saying out loud will also come back to us. That's another thing. So if we like still talk about um, just like giving compliments to other people, or even, yeah, I just realized that you don't have to be giving advice or I don't know, helping someone to give them something. You can also like give compliments. There are so many ways you can give things to people, and I think that when you can give from a genuine place of love, nobody can take anything from you, because have like this high confidence level which feels so great, and you just want everybody to be their best selves. You are not afraid anymore that someone can steal something from you or can take something from you, right? Because you know that you're doing everything to be your best self, and if something is not going the way you want it to go, that's on you, and that's okay. Then you can work on it, and you can make it right. But like giving from a genuine place of love, honestly, is one of the things that make me the most happy. I love to compliment other girls when I see them in the street, mostly if they are like girls that I don't know. I just think that it feels so great to compliment each other, help each other, give advice to each other, right? Because there's so much jealousy in the world, there's so much, like, a lot of people are afraid as if like somebody would take their, I don't know, their looks from them. And I don't know why people think, and I used to think that myself, right? I used to think that if somebody like wanted to know something from me, they would take it away from me, and then they would copy me or look the way I looked or stuff like that. Like, I hate it when people try to be the way I am or try to look the way I am, because I wanted to be just me, and I didn't want to have a copy of me. I just wanted that there's one example of me on this earth, and that nobody tries to be as exceptional as I am, which doesn't make even sense, because obviously there's just one Ali on this earth, right? So even if I give advice to somebody, that doesn't make them being like me, like, right? They are still an individual themselves, and being afraid of being nice to other people, it doesn't even just have to be to other girls, it can also be to other men or to children, to older people. That doesn't matter, but it's just like, my point is that if you can give, not even just advice or, as I just said, compliments, stuff like that, if you can give time, like go to your grandparents and give them your time, right? Like, ask about, I don't know, how their day was, how they are doing. Give people something you think they need or they asked for, if you can. Don't do it if you can't. So what I mean is that I don't want you to not respect your own boundaries, but if you can, do it. Because it's not only gonna help them and make them happy, but it's also gonna be so rewarding for yourself. Because first of all, you just helped someone, or you just made someone happy, you just made their day, maybe, you never know. You can never go wrong with complimenting somebody, honestly. And I don't know, like, there's nothing to lose. You have to, as soon as you understand that nobody actually can take anything from you, and then, like, when you start to then give to other people, the things that will come back to you are so much better than if you just try to keep everything to yourself, right? Because then you kind of like close the doors to so many great possibilities. And instead, when you give to everybody, you're nice, you're kind, you're open, that's when you're gonna start to attract all the good things, all the things that you want, because you're open and you're already putting out this beautiful energy, and that's exactly what you're gonna like attract back, right? So yeah, I just wanted to come on here to kind of like talk about this realization that I had earlier on this day. So I just hope that maybe it helped somebody, and yeah, bye.